I've found that for whatever reason, high school is a big source of inspiration. And I wrote a book called Palo Alto about teenagers coming of age. It was turned into a movie directed by Coppola. I've written poetry about fictional students at Palo Alto High School, and I've done a series of paintings. And all of these paintings are based on images from the 1993 yearbook, except I think there's one that is me in 7th grade at JLS. But, it was a way to, when you get older, for the high school students here, when you get older, I've found that a lot of people my age think, oh, I don't care about my high school years, I've forgotten about those, or who cares about all that? But for me, it was the complete opposite. Like, I can't forget about it for a lot of reasons. And I've just, all creative people have their subjects, and I've just found that, youth and coming of age is one of my subjects. And in addition to that, it's a little dark, but also a little not. There was a guy I knew in high school who, after high school, he had a hard time in high school, and then after high school was diagnosed as schizophrenic, and then actually committed suicide. And this was a while ago, it's probably about 10 or so years ago now. And when that happened, I didn't hear about it for 2 years after he did it, and I realized, wow, maybe, who's going to remember him if I don't? There's only so many people that were friends with him in high school, and that's about as much as he had lived. And once we forget him, who's going to remember him? And so that got me writing my first book, Palo Alto. He didn't quite make it into the book. He kind of got pushed out by some other characters. But he's in some of the paintings. He's the one with white hair. His name was Yvonne Cross. And so, in a way, it was part of this project is to preserve my memories of him, but also just to, say that this kind of is a special time. And I know that none of the people that are in high school here now know who these people are, but I guess maybe it's a way to say, well, maybe one day you'll be looking back on your years here, and you'll be, thinking about how important they were to you, and you'll realize, oh, these are times to be cherished, these are times to remember. And I guess the last thing I'll say two more things. I just want to thank Waj, my old teacher and my old friend, for making this happen. And really, I'm sure there were a lot of people that made this whole building happen, but I know that I would guess, without knowing the details, that Waj had a big part of it, and that's her incredible spirit that is just in love with education, and it's been so inspiring to me and what I do, and as a university teacher now. I know that Waj has been a huge model for me, and so we're so lucky to have this. And who knows? I guess I could spill the beans, but maybe I'll even teach here one day. I hope I do. And then the last thing I'll say is, so the video, this is, for me, an interesting project. I've always, with the kind of work I do, a lot of the work I do, I like to kind of encapsulate things in many different layers. And so this project at the high school is already one layer. The fact that all this art was inspired by high school and now is presented in the high school, to me, is kind of the ultimate installation for this kind of work. And then the videos are, it's an album that I wrote with my fellow art student from RISD, Tim O'Keefe. He was a musician, and so I had written a series of 10 poems based on, loosely based on people that I knew when I was here at Palo Alto. And then he turned those into songs. And then we gave the poems to my mother, Betsy's filmmaking class at the Children's Theater. Students from here, I think all students from Paly, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
From all over.
From all over, okay. But they were high school students at the time.
Yeah.
And they adapted the poems into short films and shot them and edited them. And then so they have those short films, and then we took the material that they shot and then edited it one more time to the music. And so there's like multiple, and now it's going to be presented here in the high school, that started it all. So there are multiple levels. It is a little tricky. I know it's, at an event like this, you kind of want to have a focus, but I will not be offended if, you want to get up and go to the food trucks and have food, but you can sit and watch the whole thing if you want. It's about 50 minutes, but they're also kind of, it's like a long video, long poem video kind of thing. So that's the deal. So if you do want to go eat, you can. If you want to watch the rest, you can. And I'll be around. And there's also other paintings. Oh, there's 2 paintings from the movie This Is the End that I did, for Freaks and Geeks paintings that I did with the artist named Josh Smith. Those are in the library. There's some murals, and there's stuff in the Student Center too. So thank you all for coming. This is so cool.